Hi guys, welcome back to Chronicles of a Therapist. I am Cassandra Shepard and I am sitting with Tiffany Thomas, and I wanted to bring her in as we've been chopping it up for a minute, but I wanted to really dive into her passion and purpose for helping developmentally disabled, and personally what barriers have you had being, I don't know how many there are, but being a Black agency caring for developmentally disabled?
There are very few. That was liberating, just to get those final approvals. As far as how it feels or what it's done, it took a lot of sacrifice to get to this point. A lot of just tedious requirements from the state, the county, you name it. But the reward is knowing that I'm providing a quality service to people who can't necessarily advocate for themselves in that right. So that in itself is it's worth everything that I've experienced over the last little over a year.
Yeah, I think what you guys don't know, she is very passionate, and one of her missions has been to be able to do what for your family? Yeah, it sounds real corny, but I want her to say it.
It is so corny.
No, but it's important, and I think
I wrote down 15 years ago that I wanted to employ my entire family.
And I think just that itself is amazing. Like, I don't think you give yourself enough credit to say, I want, that's what I want to do. Like, no, most people don't wake up and say, you know what? I want to be able to do something to employ my entire family. And I right now, the vehicle at this moment is the agency. And so I think just talking about some of your things that you've overcome and have been with, you being able to say, like, yeah, I want to be able to not just employ a lot of my family or all of my family, but basically be able to set them up so that
Absolutely.
There's a level of financial freedom. There's
Absolutely.
And so talk about, like, where you were at 15 years ago, or what, and to be truthful, it wasn't until this year that I even knew that was a vision of yours, like a prayer or a secret. You know what I'm saying? And so to see this coming, it was like, okay, all right, cool, come on, all right, sis, come on.
15 years ago, I was a single mother, teaching during the day, working in group homes at night, like just really the example of grinding to just to maintain, honestly.
Right.
Maintain and to strive for whatever better looks like in that moment, because, goals shift and they change once you knock a couple out. But that's the best way for me to describe what life looked like for me 15 years ago.
Yeah. And so did you have it was 15 years ago, but did you have like all right, I'm in 5 years, I'm going to do this? Or was it just like, you know what, I've been doing this long enough, so yeah, let's do it? Like, what was that moment that said, all right?
You know what? The moment actually came over dinner. I was literally having dinner with the family, and we were just talking about my day and discussing some client behaviors. And then we started to discuss how lucrative the agency was that I was working for. And we talked about some of the things that I felt they should be implementing for the clients that I was serving. And then talking about how I would do it so much differently. And my dad was just like, let's do it. I said, okay. and that's literally how Abel was born. From that dinner on, we had a meeting nightly. All right, let's do this. We had a checklist. We created a note that we shared amongst each other, and every day we knocked something else off the list until we were absolutely done and approved.
That's amazing. And was he privy to your, I want to employ everybody?
I never told. You just made me say that. I
I know.
never tell anybody
I
that I
know.
know.
But it's so major. Like
It's
most
corny.
people in our families, in our relationship, they don't think like that.
Yeah, culturally, we don't say things
No,
like that for
no.
sure.
So like, and so what you guys aren't privy to is she's always been like, I'm older, but she absolutely acts like the older sister. And I almost feel like it's because she's a parent. And so when you're a parent, your grind is a lot different.
True.
And so when you are a parent, a single parent at that, like, I'm gonna work 13 jobs. Like, I remember there was a point in time where it would be like, somebody come sit with, so I can write quick. Can you just come sleep here? I gotta go.
Right.
I gotta go to work, right? And so just the idea that you would sacrifice so much so that our family could be cool. And I talked a couple episodes ago about our blended family. And so for her, it wasn't just, family isn't just blood. Family is people who love you and are connected to you, right? So
Absolutely.
for you just to write that down 15 years ago, just like, man, I'm working 13 jobs and raising my kid, and well, and so now at this point we are seeing things rev up and build and build, and I think it's great. And I don't think people understand how selfless you have to be to have to be an entrepreneur, one, and to have an agency too. You have to be
Right.
selfless. So talk about like how personally have you leveraged you being selfless and not almost depleting for your own mental health, your own well-being as a person. Like,
When
what
I
do you
started the
do to
journey, I was in one of the most healthy states mentally that I've ever been in my life. It was so the way that God and life worked. I went through the deepest pain that I had ever felt before, and I was able to be in a place of absolute healing immediately after. And from that moment on, my healing and my overall just mental health and every capacity that you can name, it increased, it grew, and I became the most healthy that I've ever been before starting the business. So it hasn't affected me negatively because of the foundation that it was built on. Sacrifice, yes, but negative effects mentally and emotionally, absolutely not.
and I think that goes back to you doing your work.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of times people become entrepreneurs or want to build, and they haven't been honest and know how to do the work that's necessary, because any entrepreneur will tell you it's ups and downs, it's ins and outs.
For
It's
sure.
not easy at all. So you have to have a level of mental fortitude before you even get into it, because had
Hmm.
you not been in a healthy, clear
I wouldn't have made it.
right,
Wouldn't have made it.
it wouldn't been born or birthed, if you will.
For sure.
And so I think just being able to tell people, like, you can have great dreams, and you can dream and it can happen, but it's going to be stagnant or hindered if you're not working on you.
I had to do the work and I had to increase my faith as well.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. What are some pointers you would tell somebody who wants to start a business? I think that's a good one.
That is a good question. Um, Educate yourself, whatever that field looks like. Make sure that you have increased your field knowledge to capacity. Surround yourself with people who genuinely want to see your dream or the passion come to fruition. Um, and then ground yourself spiritually.
I think that last one's probably the most important too,
Absolutely.
because entrepreneurship is a roller coaster for
God
sure.
opens doors that
Yeah.
you aren't even supposed to walk through. So I believe you're right. The spiritual aspect is the most important.
How has how do you think, I'm gonna shift a little bit. How has your personality and who you are, you guys missed how she admitted to being a super introvert, what you call it, an extreme introvert.
I am an extreme introvert.
How has that part of your personality, how does that affect your ability to go into meetings, to like, how do you
Oh no, I'm a
navigate that?
dog. So the thing is, like, personally, I'm an introverted woman,
Hmm.
but a professional is compliance. I am a beast at what I do. I understand my craft. Very proficient and very confident. I'm not insecure. I just
Right,
don't have the desire to connect with people personally,
right, I know that.
unless there is relationship there. But business, oh no, it's a wrap.
So there you go, guys. You could be an introvert.
It's possible.
It is, but I think even that, like, there are a lot of people who are introverted and don't know how to turn it on and turn it off.
It's not a switch though. Like that is who I am.
I know.
However, I can, just like anybody though, like you weren't all you may be a funny individual. You're not always making someone laugh though, or you're not always intending to be comical. It's
Right.
just a part of who you are.
Right.
Even okay, my diagnosis. I'm not always depressed. It's just a part of who I am.
Right.
So when it comes to me being introverted, it's just in me. Like
Yeah.
that is just who I
And
am.
it's crazy too, because she is introverted, but that's not the experience that I have of her.
Let's talk about that.
You are not introverted with me ever. Ever. You're not. And you can't say that you are, because you're not. But, you know, there is that relationship component. And so
Yes.
I guess people who do struggle with being introverted, most people don't know how to break out of that shell because they're probably in their head a lot, if that makes sense. And some of it could be for you, you're confident in who you are. And so there's a level of whether I'm professional, I know in every area, you know who you are. So
Yes.
it's not like I'm introverted because I have insecurities or I have other stuff going on. I'm
Not
just
at all.
introverted because I don't want to.
Because I'm thinking, because I'm observing, because I'm reserved.
She's
Not because
really
I don't.
reserved.
I
She's not reserved.
Not because I do not want to.
You're not reserved.
Very reserved.
Huh?
Very reserved. Immensely reserved.
Where? When?
At all times.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let her have that one because
Appreciate it.
I don't want to put all the business out there, but I know the real ain't reserved. Ain't nothing reserved about her. But I like that. I like what you said that yes, I'm introverted, but it doesn't have to encompass my entire existence.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who struggle with just that, no, I could turn it on. That's when I said turn it on and turn it off. That's what I mean. Like,
Okay.
I don't have to just be introverted. When I need to, I can come out of my shell. I can, but a lot of people don't know how to do that. They have no idea that it's okay. Like, you'll have moments of being an introvert.
Right.
Or you'll have moments of being an extrovert, and that's
Right.
okay. So,
No.
what?
I don't have any I have extroverted energy. I am an introvert with extroverted energy. I am
Yeah.
never an extrovert. Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
I was like, I know she made that one up. That's what I'm like.
No. So
I'm an introvert with
Yes.
extroverted energy.
I really want to know what it means.
Yeah.
okay. So
That's different.
How
Okay.
many situations have we been in where I was misperceived as being the extrovert of either the group or the pair, right? Like people would come to me, they gravitate, they want to talk, they think that that's something that I just welcome. But technically it's self-conscious because I didn't want to do that. Like, that's not what I came here to do. But okay, like, it's fine. So I think the aura of who I am as a person, the energy that I bring to a space is misleading.
I agree with that. I agree with
That's
agree
what
with
I
you.
mean when
and
I say.
I agree with you because we definitely just had this conversation a while ago. We were just talking about how men experience you and they
Yes.
see, and you're like, I'm not really about to sit here and talk to you.
At all.
And they expect something of you.
They do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the energy of a thing, the energy of who I am it's misleading.
Ooh, that is funny. It is.
It's
but
real.
but it is who you are. And I think at the end all, you are extroverted. And I think that's the energy. It's just you're selective in when you want to do it. If there's no relationship or no connection, I have no need. That's why I said you're always extroverted around me. Always.
I'll be accountable for that experience, but I would definitely not identify that way.
No, I know that. I know. I wouldn't want you to be because I've seen you be a selective mute. So I only said that because she said that to me earlier today. No, but yeah, and we definitely have had moments where I look like I'm the introverted one, which we both I feel like are definitely introverted. But
What?
yeah, I'm introverted. You think I'm extroverted? No way.
This is getting ridiculous.
I'm not though.
You absolutely are.
I am not.
I can't.
I didn't know you.
You got it.
You think I'm extroverted?
Absolutely.
You only think I'm extroverted because you're introverted. That's not the. No, I'm not.
That could be so though. Like
I'm not
you may have a
extroverted.
point, but my experience
Is that I'm extroverted?
absolutely.
That's just because you're introverted and
Great.
because you won't engage, and so sometimes somebody got to.
Won't.
Sometimes you.
Okay.
Sometimes you won't, and so somebody has to. So
you're saying that you don't want to. That's not who you are.
Yeah.
It's just a situation that you were put in. Okay. Well, you've been doing it for years. Good
I know.
job.
That's why I'm like, I'm definitely not extroverted.
Okay.
I just have to, because if
Learn something new every podcast.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening and watching. You can follow me at @CNChef_Chronicles. Thank you, Tiffany, for hanging out with me.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And let your passion propel your purpose. And we will see you guys next time.